It's called the blank cursor freeze. You spend 20 minutes tweaking a prompt, wrestling with the tone, only to get a generic output that would have been faster to write yourself. You feel like you're guessing a password rather than collaborating with intelligence. We have been sold a lie. For the last 2 years, the industry told us that prompt engineering was the job of the future, that if we just memorized the right magic words, the AI would solve everything. But the reality is prompt fatigue. We're exhausted because we're trying to treat a reasoning engine like a command line interface. We're getting stuck in chatbot ping pong, a high-friction loop of correction that is killing our ROI. Here's the paradigm shift. The era of the prompt jockey is over. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang recently declared that the future of coding isn't Python, it's human language. He stated that the most valuable skill is no longer syntax, but domain expertise. This means we need to stop learning how to type and start learning how to design. The skill you actually need is called problem formulation. This is the executive skill of defining the scope and boundaries of a challenge before you ever touch the keyboard. Today, I'm going to show you how to stop trying to be a better chatbot operator and start becoming an AI architect. To understand why your prompts are failing, we first need to look at the Jagged Frontier. This concept comes from a landmark study from Harvard Business School and BCG. They found that for tasks inside the frontier, like ideation or summarization, AI is superhuman. It boosts performance by 40%. But for tasks outside the frontier, nuanced judgments or checking facts, performance drops off a cliff. The study found that consultants using AI for these tasks were actually 19 percentage points less likely to get the right answer. Here's the trap. The consultants who failed were the ones who treated the AI like a magic box. They trusted the output because the syntax of their prompt was good. They fell asleep at the wheel. They acted as prompt engineers, trying to persuade the bot to answer, instead of cyborgs who rigorously verified the work. So if prompt engineering is dangerous, what replaces it? The answer is problem formulation. According to research by Ogu Zakar, we're confusing phrasing with formulation. Prompt engineering is linguistic. It's the belief that if you change "write a report" to "compose a compelling piece," the AI gets smarter. It's a syntax game. Problem formulation is structural. It's about defining the focus, scope, and boundaries of the problem before you ever execute. It shifts the cognitive load from guessing magic words to designing the workflow. Let's look at a real-world example. A product manager analyzing the market for a new AI coffee maker. The old way, you treat the AI as a content vending machine. You type one massive mega prompt asking for the entire report at once. The result? Hallucinations. It invents competitors. The SWOT analysis is chemically generic. You spend the next hour arguing with the bot to fix it. The new way, you don't start with a prompt. You start with decomposition. You realize market analysis isn't one question. It is 4 distinct subproblems. 1. Sentiment analysis. What do users hate about current machines? 2. Feature gap. What are competitors missing? 3. Pricing elasticity. What is the premium? 4. Synthesis. Combining it all. Now, we execute an agentic workflow. First, we constrain the AI. We upload specific manuals and ask it only to extract pain points. No solutions yet. This kills hallucinations because we restricted the scope. Then, we move to the critique phase. We don't ask the AI to be creative. We ask it to adopt a skeptic CFO persona to attack our ideas. We're using the persona for evaluation, not generation. This brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, reasoning models like OpenAI's o1. Previously, you had to use chain of thought prompting, tricks like think step by step, to get good results. Now, the model does that internally. Look at this reasoning trace. The AI is planning its answer before it speaks. This proves that prompt engineering is obsolete. You don't need to trick the model into thinking, you just need to give it a clear problem to think about. Here's the bottom line. The prompt engineer is the modern equivalent of the switchboard operator. It's a role created to manage the friction of early technology, and it's destined to disappear as the models get smarter. If your value depends on knowing magic words or syntax tricks, you're building a career on a sinking ship. But if you pivot to problem formulation, you become indispensable. As the barrier to technical execution drops to zero, the value of your human contribution shifts entirely to your domain expertise. The AI needs you to be the architect who defines the scope, the constraints, and the quality. The future belongs to those who can formulate the problem, not those who can type the prompt. Stop typing, start designing. If you like this content, please like and subscribe below.